um, and actually give everyone the idea on how to actually, you know, go through these trades, like what's going through my head during these trades. And obviously you guys see my trades. A lot of people, they don't actually alert. I mean, like the way I'm alerting, I'm actually like showing y'all the charts, and like as you can see OPAD on the Discord and Twitter, I was actually showing the chart. Like I see a downtrend breakout, like I see a downtrend breakout, right? So on OPAD, we're bouncing on the 50 EMA. Once this breaks 20, I'm going to be playing again. I did grab some on the 50 EMA, and then the 20 break, I think it's going to go 25 to 30, because we do see that, you know, um, it's a high short percent interest, and then also highly insider owned. So institutions know what they're doing. So the ad we started going here was the 17 point. So we played this in the morning right here. Okay. The first time we played, OPAD was right here. Right. So I posted around here 15.85. I took a starter because we did see some volume setting up. There wasn't really anything else running the chart. This was probably the best chart at the time. We did see some resistance at 16.3 area, right? So after we saw a resistance at 6.3 area, we noticed that, okay, it's consolidating in this tight range. So right after that range, I looked at Finviz and I was like, oh shoot, there's actually a lot of I looked at Finviz and I was like, okay, there's a high short percent interest, you know, uh, highly insider owned. So I let y'all know, and then right after like 2-3 minutes, 16.3 broke, and we just ramped up to there from 16.3 to 789. Later on, we noticed that, the 16.3 support, or this was resistance, right? We later on, so, scale as you go up as always. Never let a never let a green trade red end. So as you're going up, you scale out. So when there's upside, you scale out, and then when there's downside, you scale out. So you never actually, so you always end the trade green. So once we actually came back, this was resistance, right? Now resistance is going to act as support. So we broke it. Now next time we come down here, the same line, it should bounce here. We didn't completely bounce on it, but we did come to the 50 EMA. So that could have been a good dip buy area, right? And then we broke resistance again, and then been ramping up since then. This was so you see how there was a resistance pop here, right? There was resistance here, there was resistance here, and then there was so I drew that line out. And then once we did break resistance, we actually tested. So resistance, broke resistance, and tested that resistance, old resistance, as new support. So now you see how it broke resistance, and now it tested as support, and now it started rocketing. So that was a fantastic trade for us. And you see how if you scaled on the way up, when it went down, you see this bottom right here, the same exact bottom right here, it bounced. So perfect support bounce, and then perfect support bounce right here, which was the 200 EMA. And just give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. All right, yeah. So that was basically, double top, double bottom. So that was a good resistance catch, and we also had the 200 EMA indicator come in for, a nice support area. So that was a good bounce trade. We were consolidating into open. Right? So I thought this would be a big runner into open, but we didn't get that run. But it's fine because, we got to run later today, and we actually got 2 runs out of it. So the first run, I believe, let me see so the first ads I said were added 15.85 at 9:58. So it's gonna be 10:58 over here. So right over here, I said I added 15.85, and then I said $16 solid support. And then I mentioned that 17 clear break is going to be strong because we do see volume, small little cup, and then handle, right? And then we also saw that there was the 30% short float and insider own. So that came into factor too. And OPAD, once we break 20, I'll be playing this 20 break here. I still have that 50 EMA and 20 break. Let's go. Let's keep it. Give me 1 second. I think 20 break is going to be massive here. Um, see, like live trading, and like now I'm just mentioning it to everyone. This is just an example. Like live trading, I mentioned OPAD 20 break before it even happened, but now I'm putting it to the Discord because like I am teaching y'all, so there's a lot more going on. So that's how we do it in premium every day, super quick, live, instantly. So basically, like right here, what happened was um you see how right here we were actually making a cup and handle the first time, and then and then we actually rocketed from 15.85 to 19.6. So nice little I had a 15K trade over there, and then once again we were actually consolidating, making a U, right, making a cup and then a handle here. So I like that downtrend breakout. Started adding 15 or adding 17.8 area. We did hit around 19.9. And that's exactly what happened. So I had a 20K trade around here. So just from this trade alone, banking hard today. And then the 50 EMA dip, we got those, or I personally got those. And then I told y'all, and then when it's downtrend, nice little downtrend breakout here from the 10 EMA. So try to break it. It started here right at the top. It tried to break it here. It couldn't. I tried to break it here. It couldn't. Eventually try to break a U, right? And then it broke that 1950 and hit 2050. So next key we actually have to do is make $20 support. So it was super strong resistance, right? So this is a good dip buy area 20 if you guys want to have another round. So now if you add this, like 20, we need a candle close over 20 basically. So we want it to go over 20, actually come to 20, test it as support, and then start riding up. Because if it just goes over 20, this is a fake out right now. You could scalp it over 20, you could definitely sell, but the real breakout's actually going to come once there's a candle close over 20. So the 5-minute candlestick is actually going to close in 1 minute and exactly around 15 seconds. So you see how it's rejecting 20 right now. We actually need a candle close over this 20 area on the 5-minute or the 1 minute. But right now it is not looking too good. We have around 5 seconds left. So let's see if we can actually close that, candle over 20. So the second candle didn't actually close over 20. It stopped right at 20. So it looks like this one might be it because it's actually consolidating over 20. So there we go. Boom. Right there. Right there. And easy money. You guys see that? Light work. That's live in front of y'all. That's a live trade right there, baby. That's a live trade right there. OPAD scalp right in front of y'all. So let me just give me a minute. I'm kind of just scaling in and out of this. I'm in a live trade right now. All right, sounds good. Give me 1 minute. All right, well, OPAD live trade in front of y'all. But let me kind of go over like my trades in general today. So TMC, it's been a pretty rough stock to play today. So you see how like we actually popped into open. I took a little entry scalp here personally. I didn't post or anything. I did get knifed here. I lost around 7K, and then I didn't really want to play it after that knife. So I haven't been liking the movement here. It's been on a downtrend, but I've gotten some temptations to scalp it on some volume, but like I don't know, it's just not my type of trade today. But in the morning, we definitely nailed it. Like we were very early to this trade. We're actually early to every single trade today. Life was another banger today. But anyway, uh You see how like, okay, so live or no, okay, TMC. If you guys look at my alerts right now, if you guys look at my alerts right now, right? So let me actually scroll up and look at, well, I think I posted that 1310 ad, but let me actually get it word for word. Okay, so TMC at 5:51 a.m. Central timing, so 5:51, so 6:51 Eastern, right here. I said I added, right, 13.2 area, which was support. This was resistance, but now it's going to act as support because the candle close was below that. So that was resistance, but now we're going to act as support. So I did add around this 13.2 area, and then I saw that the 13 it hit 13.55 or it hit 13.552, and then I noticed that there was a tiny gap to fill. So 13.52 was actually a lot of resistance, and then there was such a big gap to fill to where we actually someone actually sold a lot of shares, and then that's exactly when I said TMC adding VWAP dip here 12.9s, shook out that seller, slapped him out of there, and I said that downtrend breakout, and then this is what I said. I said 13.5 TMC 13.55 key right now. 14 break will be insane. Why was 13.55 key? Because there was a gap to fill. There was a double top resistance. So this 13.52, 13.52. The next whole number was the next whole after that was actually 13.55. So you see how that 13.55, we actually broke that 14 area and ramped up to 14.54. Beautiful trade there. Like I said, 14 break would be insane. We had a nice dollar per share move, and then we actually had a nice little triangle here, and then we were consolidating, right? So how did I draw this triangle? We actually had a top here, and then later on we had resistance try to break it. So right, you could draw your line out, and then later on we did break it. So that's how you would play that out. And then we had support, right? So we had candle on the bottom, and then this candle tested again, so you could draw your line out. And then next time this candle came here, you could have easily added 1385 and rode it to the resistance break, right? So let's say you missed this ad. Now you see a lot of buying pressure on 14.5. So you do see that, all right, this broke out of the triangle. Now you want to add, so it's holding the 10 EMA, and then also another downtrend, right? So this was a top. It tried to break it here, it couldn't. Try to break it here, it couldn't. Eventually broke out. You could have played 1475 break for a dollar per share move, and that's exactly how I was going over the trade in my head. And let me kind of explain a theory, right? So you guys, if you guys have a notebook, I would really want to write this down. All right. So old resistance is new support. So right, old resistance, right? Just write this down and I'll explain it. You need to use this daily. Every single trade you use, this is going to be key. Old resistance, right? So you see this is resistance. This is resistance. Next time we actually break below it. Oh, so this should have acted as support. It tried to act as support, but then it went below. So you see how it tried to act as support, but now is making a U-turn, right? So now it's going to act as resistance. So it was resistance here. Old resistance is going to act as new support. The new support is going to act as old resistance. So, or this is new support, right? So over here, now it's going to act as resistance for this. So once we did break it, right? This is called a break and retest. So we broke it, right? We broke resistance, and then we retested for support. So you see how 14.56, we had that candle drawn out from right here. Perfectly right here. We see that this was resistance, it broke it, and now it's testing as support. You see that? Break and retest of support. So resistance and now support. So those were perfect ads for a nice scalp. I try to hold resistance or try to hold support here. As you can see, it hit this candle, lower wick. People try to buy it back up, but there was too much selling pressure to where it just came down. But other than that, yeah, so I get a lot of questions, people asking me, do you go live on here every day? Yeah, so every day we go live for premium, like live trade every single day for premium. But so like that's exactly why I just came on. I wanted to like help everyone out, answer questions, because today's been a banger day. So I just want to kind of help everyone in general, to explain, how I can actually, how I can, help people out. Yeah, I can, send out the link. But yeah, so basically, the link's there. Okay, so TMC is actually ripping right now, so keep that on watch. But my focus right now is going to be try to actually go over the winners. So what else? IRNT, solid move for a solid play so far for me. I made 30K on this in pre-market. Uh, reason being is because I caught out 45 break. If you actually look at my watch list and the day before, and after hours, I said 45 break is what I'll be playing into tomorrow. Not buying before, only playing the break. Those are my exact words. So in pre-market, we did actually make a pop here. And I loaded up around 3K shares. So, once I actually loaded 2K on this break because I thought we would break out and I got faked out. But then I love this consolidation. So I actually added a dip right before the breakout. Um, so that I had my position in. It was pretty big position for pre-market because obviously anything pre-market's more volatile. But so I did, just ride it all the way up. I saw it at the 55 mark. I saw it at 57, and then I saw it at 60, and then on the way down I saw it right here. Like right when the first red candlestick ended, I ended it. I ended my full position. So I had a nice 32K trade there actually. So that was pretty good. Um, and yeah, so you guys can, it's all timestamped. You can go through and see the 45 break idea was perfectly mentioned. For my target was actually 55 to 60 to 100. I did think 100 was possible, but I still think there's a lot of potential here, but I'm currently not trading anything except OPAD. That's my only one right now. OPAD has still got potential for 25 to 30. So just keep that on watch. BBIG, I don't really like trading that. Let me see what else we alerted today. OPAD, we just basically rinse and repeat the same plays. IRNT, TMC we played twice. OPAD we played 3 times. And okay, PMCB. Let me go over PMCB. So I did take a 6 cent per share loss, 6 cents per share loss here. So I said I added at 370 area. We did hit 4.02, but I didn't scale any because we had FDA news. Finviz actually lied, or Finviz. I don't like using Finviz now because I see inaccurate information on Finviz. The float on Finviz was actually saying 1 million float on PMCB. I never use Finviz, but today is the first time I actually pulled up Finviz to check the float. I always check Webull, and Webull is saying 20 million. And Webull is very accurate. So like it's confirmed. I always use Webull for my float, and it's very accurate. So Finwiz was actually saying 1 million float on PMCB. So I was like, oh my God, I got to size in heavy here because 1 million float and FDA news. This is going ballistic today. I was pretty confident in here, 3.7. I started loading the fuck up. I loaded massive size here. So like we did get a little reversal, but I like this because right every time we went to 375, that was nice support. So we had a wick down to 375, buyers ate it up, do my support line. Next time we came to support, every time we came to support, a lower wick. So sellers brought it back, seller brought it down here, buyers brought it back up. Sellers brought it down here, buyers brought it back up. So I really like that. And even into open, we held 375 support and we hit 393, but there was a 20K wall there. So I tried helping to break that out, but too big of a position, and I had to break even on that. No, not break even. I took a 6 cent per share loss. But obviously, like, losses are part of the game. But if you think about it, what is a cent? Like 6 cents per share is literally nothing after you seeing, even after pre-market, right? We had like 3-4 big bangers in pre-market. At least $1 per share move on $1 plus per share move on all of them. So what is 6 cents per share? Literally peanuts and cakes. When you actually start trading the rest of the ideas. So PMCB, not so good right now. I don't like it. I got misinformed on that. That's the right word to say. but OPAD top watch right now. So life, how do we play this? Life, we actually okay, give me one second. So life, I see that okay, over here is when I started playing it. So you can see that I started alerting it. Let me check my exact alert. I don't want to BS anything. 8:43, 9:43. It's gonna be right here. Okay, right here. This was the first idea on life. I still think that life has nice potential off of VWAP. Okay, so right here, life, right? I posted 940 ads. So 9.4, we broke VWAP. I like this reversal, 20 SMA on the 1 minute, which is support. So I like that reversal. So we hit 975 and then we had to consolidate. I was, some people scaled out. I said, I'm not selling out here. My stop is going to be under 20 SMA, so right about break even. Almost no risk on this trade for me. Very good risk reward ratio. I'm going to go long here. So 9.4 ads. I said one last time. I'm adding here, and we had that complete downtrend breakout. So you see how we had a high here, right? It tried to break here. It couldn't. Try to break here. It couldn't. Eventually had a candle above there and started breaking out. So 9.4 ads alerted at 8:43 a.m. You guys can go see that too in the Discord and Twitter, which went straight to 1067. Later on, we had a consolidation period and beautiful pop. I missed that. I was out. But my second ads on life after round one, so I started playing round two at 1027. So 11:27 Eastern, 11:27, as you can see here, right? $10 support. So I added 1007. I had a 1007 area. Okay. So I saw that this $10 support was holding. We had beautiful support at this lower wick. So, right. When the seller brought it down, a buyer brought it back up. We had a consolidation, right? U-turn going. Very nice period of consolidation. We had a dip, got eaten up here. So we got a dip right here. I was like, all right, I gotta eat this up. This is setting up. Every time there's a dip, there's buying pressure. Every time lower wick, it just brings it back up. Nice support area and a very nice demand area. So I really like that. So you know, next time or so what's it called? I said at 1027. So 11:27. I said right here that I'm going to be adding 1007. We started ramping back up. We did break over. We hit 1071. And then this is what I said. I said life. Let me actually copy paste it in chat here. This is what I said. Life, I'm looking for more personally. You do use scale as we go up, scaled a little bit, and we'll load dips. 10.89 break, 11 break, 11 clear break is gonna send us to the moon. I raised my stop loss to my entry, so no risk, right? So I said I was still long here because I saw the potential. It was very solid potential, and the trade paid. 1007 to 1146 here. So I mean, not really. Okay. Let me kind of explain one more thing. So I kind of want to ask a question for y'all. Um, what do you guys see here? So remember I told y'all to write something on the note on your notebook. I want to see if people are actually paying attention. So if you could put in the chat what this situation is, right? This right here, and then this right here. I kind of want to see if people are paying attention. So what is this? And then tell me like all in one thing. So this, and then I went over this a lot. All right. Okay. Good job. So, it is a cup and handle. Yes, it is a little cup and handle forming, but the thing I was looking for was resistance, right? We had a resistance here. Try to break it here. It couldn't. It tried to break it here. It couldn't. It actually faked out. No candle close over that. And then, we actually broke and then tested it as support. So I told you how to write in your notebook that, okay, old resistance is new support. Good job to the people paying attention. I like that. Old resistance, new support. We tested it here. We bounced, okay, so this was 10.99. We broke, tested 11 as support, and then went to 11.46. Once again, we try to come down here. When we came down here, it was actually consolidating at support. We had a green candle that tried to break out, but it did not break out. So it is breaking down right now. But overall, see, it's just more about it's about the learning experience, right? You see that breakout and then retest of support. So you do see, you know, um, if you already played OPAD for a huge win, just don't force anything. Stay green. People are asking right now. So OPAD, a huge win for me. I took a total. I took around 50K plus on that trade so far. So you know, ending green everywhere. So that's the goal. But okay, let me kind of explain something on life. I sent a screenshot to y'all. I sent a screenshot right at 10:37 Central. So if you guys go and look at the timestamps, I posted this, right? So a candle close over on the 5-minute over a certain area is huge. So you guys see how this area right here, right? This was 10.5. So right when we broke 10.5, we had a fake out. We came down, consolidated. We had a fake out to 10.85, but the candle close on the 5-minute actually closed right at that same 10.5. That means there's heavy resistance there. So the third time this came here, we started playing it from here, right? 10.07 to 10.15 ads. I went with size here, and then when we actually, I sent this picture out. Okay, so I said that, okay, you see how there's a trend here. This rejected it on the 5-minute. This rejected on the 5-minute. So now this time, if we reject on the 5-minute, we're going to come down. But if we make a candle close over and test it as support on the 5-minute, we're going to ramp heavy. So you guys see how it rejected, right? We actually had a wick, but then the candle close was 10.5. Had a wick, candle close was 10.5. Had a wick, candle close was above 10.5. And over here, after we closed above 10.5, we actually tested it as support. So that could have been a perfect dip buy. So old resistance, new support. Perfect idea here. Works in every damn trade. You can't mess up with that. Old resistance, new support. Old resistance, new support. Cannot mess up with that. But that is exactly how we played it out today. OPAD halted down. That's why you take your gains, you know. But you know, I can risk a bit more because I've already made a lot on here. So I did get caught in this knife because I'm teaching y'all. So I did get caught in this knife, but I had a smaller position because we already had a nice run. So after this halt down, I am going to exit full and still take home, you know, 45K plus on this trade today. So yeah, I'll start. That's kind of all the trades that we had. Oh, wait, let me explain one more thing. INDP, it was actually showing a lot of strength here. 15 break would have probably went 17 to 20. I started playing it here. I tried scalping it, but a lot of fake outs. So you guys would notice that I talked about lower wicks a lot. So you see how on life I talked about lower wick. So every time there was a dip, buyers brought it back up. Every time there was a dip, buyers brought it back up. Every time there was a dip, buyers back up. This is where we added and wrote it to 11.5. So you notice how right at this dip, this is lower wick. The body actually closed here, but there was a whole wick down that stopped people out, right? And then brought it back up. So as you can see on what was that trade I was just talking about? INDP. There's, instead of lower wicks, this was a lower wick here, which was bullish, but overall there was upper wicks. So that means every time there was a buyer trying to slap it up, there was huge shorts and sellers bringing it down. Every time there was a buyer bringing it up, there was a seller bringing it down. Every time there was a buyer bringing it up, there was a seller bringing it down. And there's so many upper wicks here that you can just read this short like a, you know, you could smell that dip coming. So that would have been an easy short. So many upper wicks. You know, life on the other hand was super easy win for me because I knew that lower wicks. So on the, if you're playing upside, the same concept, you should be able to play the downside, the same concept. So if you actually, you know, you could have easily shorted that because there was what's it called? A lot of upper wicks. So a lot of shorts were piling in. Later we broke VWAP support and brought it down and still ramping down instead. So easy trades all around, just trying to help people out, you know, actually teach the game. And you know, what I want everyone to be successful traders on their own. So let me kind of go over IRNT live with you. So I do like this chart setup, but you see how this is resistance, right? So we had an upper wick brought down, upper wick brought down. So you see how the candle closed below, right? Next time we try to break IRNT, just around 15 minutes ago, we rejected this area. We just broke on IRNT, but you see how there was a lot of resistance on this area because there was upper wicks. So because of the upper wicks, there was a lot of resistance, right? A lot of shorts, a lot of sellers piling in here. So once we actually had a candle close over 43.6 or another candle close over 42.5, we would have started ramping up again. But we did see that shorts started piling in because there was a lot of seller pressure here. So that's why we had that dive. Personally, after I saw that candle close over here, I would have added and got knifed. That would have, I would have got faked out. But I didn't play that out right now. Because I already made my shit ton of money here, so I don't want to ruin anything. But honestly, that's pretty much our recap. We played TMC twice, life twice, OPAD 3 times, and just PMCB was 6 cent per share loss, but that doesn't even matter after all these winners. So one thing you should notice that after 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 you see that give me one sec, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, okay. PMCB, right? So you see PMCB, I had a 3.6 average. I stopped right under 3.7 because of 50 EMA, so 6 cents per share. I could risk 10 of those trades. I could take 20, 30 of those trades even. If I take 30 tight stop losses right on support, I'm going to at least get 10 winners, right? But let's say every single trade, my luck is so bad. Every time I add, it just goes down, right on that support. I have a super tight stop loss, everything. And if you actually adding on support, so you have you just keep getting fucked. 6 cents per share or even 10 cents per share is not a lot. If I lost 10 times, all I need is holding full on a $1 per share movement. So if I take those tiny losses, super tight stop losses, and then I get one big winner like OPAD or one big winner like Life or one big winner like TMC, that's all you need to make up the whole day and even go green. So if you're taking small losses, don't worry about it. Like, just put your head up. Just know that there's gonna be a lot more potential. How tight are my stops? My stops are not that tight, honestly, because I trade with a lot more risk. So it just depends on you, honestly. Actually, my stops are actually pretty decent. It just depends on on the stock. How much conviction I have, like Life right here. It was basically break entry because that was below support also. My indicators are all right here, and it's also pinned in the trading floor in Discord. You guys could just take a screenshot on the top left right here. You guys could see my indicators. I use EMAs and previous support to stop out. OPAD, just don't touch it. There's no need to touch it. If you already made a big win, we had 3 massive trades here. There's no need to touch it. But you do see, just a proof of concept, that this could bounce back, right? It's at VWAP for a proof of concept, and that this dip right here is actually on support. So, like, always have your freaking lines drawn out. That's key. If you always have your lines drawn out, like, I just had to pull up OPAD and notice that, all right, this could be a dip buy right on the unhaul and quick scalp from 17.3 to 17.8, right? So I just had this line drawn out from before. Right when it comes there, I'm be like, okay, this was previous support. I could just scalp it. So always have your trend lines drawn out. That's key. But yeah, I'll be taking questions now. I think that's pretty much it. I think I helped a lot of people. Hopefully, I helped a lot of people out. Hopefully, y'all liked it, and kind of enjoyed on how I am actually trading these, my thought process. How do I find these stocks? I use Webull Top Gainer, and I also use Trade Idea Scanner. How do I know to draw the lines at support and resistance? So let me actually it's actually pinned in my Discord. So let me find that link real quick. How to chart support and resistance. Pinned support and resistance. Okay, this link right here. Copy link. Okay, I'm gonna send a link and to everyone in Zoom. Check that video out. So check that video out. That's how to chart support and resistance, right? So basically, you're gonna be looking at okay, so you're gonna be looking at support the most times it bounces. So if I see a bounce at like 6-7 times, if you see a ticker bounce 6-7 times on support, that's obviously strong support, right? So so you're gonna draw that line out. If you see a ticker rejecting 3-4 times, that's obviously strong resistance. So you're gonna draw your resistance line. So yeah, basically, yeah, OPAD sell-off. There's no need to be touching it once. Like I said, there's no need to be touching it once you already made your gain. I sent the YouTube video. I'll send it one more time. Look, check that YouTube video out. Discord link. Okay, so I will. Okay, so my Discord link. Let me actually send it in. Hold on. Don't join the Discord link right now. We have to turn off our bot because we do have a ban bot. There's too many people that join too quick. And it's gonna ban everyone because it's a bot. So I'll turn that off and then give you all the invite link to that Discord. So daily we have this this area going for premium. We do this recap every day, and we also live trade daily for premium. So if you guys want to join, take your trading to the next level. Okay, the bot is off and also done. Link is in I just sent the link in chat. So I did send the so we have an area, we have a YouTube Market Masters. That's where we upload the YouTube videos. And then also we have a YouTube upload section where every time we have a new video on our Discord, it's gonna tag everyone. It does that daily. So there's the yeah. So let me send the link one more time. It's probably getting lost up in chat. So that's the link. I just sent it again in Zoom chat. That's your link. And I sent the YouTube video, right, on how to chart support and resistance. So you guys can go over that, learn that. Do I use volume? I mean, obviously I have to use volume. Everything in this market is volume. The only reason a stock goes up is because of volume. Everything is volume. So yes, everyone uses volume. New play, I'm just going to be focusing on, I'll look for a new play if y'all really want it, but I mean, 6-figure day for me. I'm just thinking about taking it easy, but if y'all really want a new play, I'm not going to force anything, but if I find a solid setup, I'll definitely let y'all know. How do I scale in and out? So as you're going, okay, so one big thing, I want everyone to never bag hold. If it's a green trade, when I say manage your risk, or when you see me say stay green, that means literally scale some out. All right. That means scale some out. Maybe, look for dips and just if it's a green trade, end green. You can't end red on a green trade. Like that's not proper risk management. So when you're going up, every 25 cents is natural resistance. So every 25 cents, psychological resistance. Try to scale some out. If you're not over PDT, if you have high conviction, look for a bigger gain. But there's this app called U Stock Trade, right? U Stock Trade. I'll put it. There is an issue with limited liquidity sometimes, and $1 to buy, $1 to sell, $1 to buy, $1 to sell. But you can get past the PDT rule. So yeah.
For everyone asking, we go on live trading for all premium members at like 6:30 in the morning PST or around like 6 a.m. PST, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm gonna work. 45 minutes before market opens. Usually, I'm gonna send the link to premium for those who want to join. Super affordable, lots of education. And that's all. Many have anything else?
Let me answer some questions. Let me see what's...
Yeah, go ahead.
I hope this helped because, like, I see a lot of people not managing the risk and asking me in Twitter DMs how I'm finding these plays, and I just wanted to kind of help, and answering everyone one by one is a bit harder. So I just wanted to kind of actually teach the art to everyone rather than I know a lot of people get messed up by people trying to attempt to pump their bags, and I'm not looking for any of that type of stuff. I'm just trying to help people out, actually teach people the art. And how many traders do you actually see that actually go on Zoom and help people out and actually teach this stuff and actually live trade every day? Because if I was like can't front load plays on live trading, you can't do all that bullshit. So I'm here for everyone. I'm here if you guys got any questions, DM me. I'm here for y'all.